Welcome to Setting the Stage. I'm Brooke Savage. The School of Rock is bringing their show to Conduit off Aloma Avenue tomorrow. Ivy and Brody are part of the house band, and they're here to tell us all about their upcoming show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So the first question I always say, I want to know about, tell us about yourself. Where in Central Florida are you from?
I'm from Sanford, Lake Mary area.
All right.
I was born in Orlando, but I live over in Chiliota, right outside of Oviedo.
Nice. And how did you get into performing, and how long have you been performing?
I've been in School of Rock since I was 13, so I think that was 2018-ish. I'm not sure. But I did singing lessons a year before I got in School of Rock, and then just since then, I guess.
Yeah, I've been in School Rock since I was 5, so almost 10 years now. And I really got into School Rock because I played baseball before it when I was younger, and I just kind of drifted off from baseball. And my parents are huge music fans. We go to concerts all the time and listen to music and stuff. So that kind of sparked something in me. I was like, I kind of want to start playing drums. So I started taking lessons at School Rock.
Really? What made you want to get into drums instead of guitar?
I don't know. I think drums are cooler than guitar and bass and singing and stuff. They're loud. They hold the band together, and it just seemed more fun to me when I was little.
That's awesome. And what made you want to get into singing?
I have no hand-eye coordination, so if I try to do anything else, it just wouldn't have been good. And singing, I guess, is easier, and karaoke, good at that.
And Ivy, you're a vocalist, like you said, and sometimes you play bass, and Brody, you're a drummer. Tell us more about, what it takes to do all of that.
So I only started doing bass, in September, so hasn't been super long. It's really fun, though. I enjoy it. I wish I played it more in shows. But singing, it's nerve-wracking at first because you're the front man, and you have to, interact more. So that used to scare me a lot, and then I kind of got in my own band, and then I came out of my shell more. And so it's really fun. I like being a different person on stage.
Yeah, for drumming, it takes a lot too because you're kind of the backbone of the band. So you got to keep the beat together, and you got to have pocket. And everybody kind of follows you. So it's just a lot of practicing and making sure you're on point so everybody else is on point.
So I'm thinking out loud now. It feels like you're both, in a way, leaders of the band. Is that
yeah, drummers
position?
And vocalists. Drummers and vocalists are kind of frontman and the backman. So
yeah.
I think we're the most important part, personally.
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, singers without vocals, and you have to have certain cues for stuff, and then drumming, like I said, it's the backbone, so you gotta have a beat to go off of, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And what do you do? Tell us about what you do with this School of Rock, how it has helped with your confidence. Tell us about the shows you perform in. I know you recently even went on tour, so tell us about all that you do there.
So being in School of Rock has taken me so much out of my shell because I used to be so nervous. I would shake when I got on stage. Now it's just this is fun. This is easy. It's what I do. So it definitely brought me out of my shell a lot.
Yeah, for sure. When I was younger, I used to be super nervous to go on stage, and now it kind of just, it's a part of my life. It just kind of flows. And yeah, we just came off a tour. We went to, where did we go? Dallas, Austin,
Texas.
Houston, New Orleans, Jacksonville, and Fort Lauderdale. So that's a big part of School of Rock, being able to go on tour with the house band and stuff. That really brings you out of your shell, and you can get new friends from that and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it also, in a way, gives you real-world experience because now you know a little bit more if you want to continue doing this. Tell us about how the tour experience is like.
So, tour experience, you drive a lot. And when you get there, you start playing. There's usually 5 or 6 other bands there. So then you get to network, see how other people perform, and then you just kind of bounce off the energy together, and it's just really fun to meet new people who have the same interests as you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very packed. So you literally either fly or drive to the venue, you play your gig, and then you get to watch all these other bands perform, and you feed off each other's energy. So it's just a really good experience, and you make a lot of friends doing it. So
I love it. And tell us about the shows you've done locally. If you had to guess, how many shows have you performed in since being at School of Rock?
I have a lot.
A lot. I don't know. I couldn't tell you how much. We've played a lot of shows.
In seasonal shows, so each season there's 3 seasons in a year, and it's 4 months. So that's already 6 shows with that. And then with house band, depending on how often we got gigs, it would be twice a month, if we were regularly.
2 or 3 times a month, and that's throughout the whole year.
So a lot.
Do you remember your first show?
Yes, it was so scary. I sang like one song out of like 12 song set. It was Jackson 5, so I had to be loud. I was so nervous. That's what I remember.
Yeah, my first seasonal show with School Rock, it was a Queen show, and I had like 2 or 3 songs. And for me at the time, they weren't really easy, so I was really nervous. And in my first house band show, I was even more nervous because you're playing with like bigger kids than you, like they're more experienced than you. So it was a little nerve-wracking, but fun at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, awesome.
My first house band show, I forgot the words to the entire song and just started singing the same thing over and over again.
I've heard about that, about artists going on stage and then
Forgetting
their mind
everything.
going blank right before.
Yeah, that happens a lot to me.
Yeah.
I just start humming.
But I've also heard it like helps because then it's like a threshold. You get that out of the way, and then you know better for your next performance.
I definitely haven't done that recently, so maybe it was just a
Yeah, like once
thing.
you start playing more, you kind of get used to it, but it's definitely happened to all of us in house band
Yes.
multiple times.
Well, tell us about your upcoming show tomorrow. Like, what songs will you be playing? What can people expect?
So I'm not 100% sure on what songs we're playing. I think we're doing. What are we playing? We're playing Michael Jackson. I know we're playing that.
We're playing some more heavier songs, like Mastodon songs and stuff. But our set tomorrow, it's very like, it has a wide variety of songs, so there's something for everybody. And we're playing with the All-Stars from School Rock, which is like the whole United States of America. They take 150 kids, put them together, and they tour like us, but it's like way bigger than like a house band tour.
Yeah.
So, are you saying, like, in a way, are you guys like this season that you don't even, like, so you're not like practicing for this show? It's more like, oh, like you've already kind of know the songs?
Yeah, because we just got off tour, so we played all the songs that we have been working for this season, and so we didn't really rehearse when we did it because we know that we know the songs.
Yeah.
So we're pretty solid.
I've also heard that about bands that, you know, once you know the songs, it becomes like second nature.
Yeah.
To you.
It's like muscle memory.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's something you can just like pull out and play automatically.
Well, what is something you're excited about the show?
I'm excited to meet All Stars. I don't think we've ever had a
Yeah.
show with All Stars, so I'm excited about
Yeah,
that.
this is going to be our first show with All-Stars, or at least my first show with All-Stars. And I'm excited to meet them because, like, all of them are phenomenal musicians. So I'm excited to, like, see how they play and, like, the atmosphere. I'm super excited for.
Yeah.
And isn't it that sometimes when you see other students play, it almost inspires you? I know you were telling me about how it's like, oh, I want to do that too.
So, like, for example, over tour, there was Coral Gables. They had amazing stage presence, and they all worked together. And I looked to my bandmates, I'm like, we need to look like that. We need to have such good stage presence for our show. So that kind of feeds off the energy too. When they are excited, it makes me excited to perform.
Yeah, that's whenever you feed off each other's energy. So, like, if the band before you is, like, slow and, like, you know, not very energetic, that's how you're kind of going to be because you feed off each other's energy. But if the band, like, before you is, like, super energetic, you're going to be like, yeah, we need to be like that. We need to perform like them, and we need to, like, do better than them.
And I know another thing I talk to people about, how do you prepare for a show? Because I have to imagine you're singing a lot, so there's something you have to do to prepare, and also I have to imagine drumming is quite a workout.
Kind of, yeah. The way I like warm up for a show, I just kind of do rudiments on like the back of the car seat on the way there, or just find like a table or something just to warm up like my hands, my wrists and stuff. So it's not a whole lot, but it's just like that kind of stuff. And also I drink water too a lot for drumming.
I don't do what I should do. I should do warm-ups. Wes knows I don't too. I normally, on the way there, I'll just listen to all my songs, sing along. That warms me up enough, and then I'm just good.
Because I've heard of some actors, like in big musicals, they'll be like, oh, I take special teas, or I only eat certain things.
Depending on how like my voice feels, like over tour, I'll drink tea every night. And then, but if I have like for tomorrow, I probably will just like drink some water, listen to my songs, sing along. That's it.
I love it. And so what are your goals for the future? Because you have graduated high school and you're about to be a freshman. So where do you want to take this?
So over the past probably 2 years, I've felt so much love with music. So I want to start my own band again and, you know, try and do that. I think we're gonna start a band together. And I think I want to take that and stay with it. I definitely want to have music in my life. But otherwise, I'm just going to go to college and that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I want to go to university, but if the opportunity comes up that music can be my whole life, then I want to do that for sure.
Yeah, because realistically, it's kind of a hard career to get into because there are so many people with talent in the world. So realistically, it's not like 100% that you will be able to pursue that. But if I am able to, I would definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
It's interesting when you think about it because there's different ways to get to do music as your career. I mean, there's TV shows, they have musicians and things like that. So that's something else I think about too.
Yeah.
Is that something you guys think about? Other ways, besides the one way to get into music?
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways. One of my best friends who was in School of Rock, she is trying to pursue music right now. And she went into this little personal gig thing where it was just her playing with a bunch of other musicians that are just playing. So I think that's cool, different way to go with it.
Yeah, for sure. If you can have you can solo yourself out and show people your talent, that's a good way to start getting you into the music district and business.
Right. Well, is there anything else you want to mention about School of Rock or your upcoming show tomorrow?
School of Rock, I'm so glad that my parents put me in it. Honestly, I met all my best friends there. I went in there knowing nobody, came out, everyone's my friend. And it's so great to be put into a place where you have the same interests as everyone else around you. You become friends with people who you probably wouldn't even be friends with outside of it. So it's just a great company.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Without School Rock is a huge part of my life. I wouldn't have some of the friends and she said, some of my best friends if I didn't go into School Rock. And the whole fact that you're performing with people that you like, it's great, super fun.
Builds chemistry for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely understand that. I have some friends from when I took dance that I still keep in touch with, and we didn't even go to the same high school or anything
Exactly.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. Well, again, you can catch Ivy and Brody performing at Conduit tomorrow in Orange County, and I'll also post the details to buy tickets on clickorlando.com/settingthestage. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.